Hey there. So, long story short is I was going to do a live stream about how to, you know, basically do this Acura Integra, right? And get it situated where you take the lock cylinder out, da 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 da. So anyway, I'm about to head down there. I went, picked up the key lock cylinder, and guess what? Guess what? You'll never believe it. The key lock cylinder will not fit. It just won't fit. There's no way. It can't fit on this particular vehicle. And the reason being is I have no clue why, but Honda essentially decided to go ahead and, do their own thing. So hopefully you guys can hear me. They always make things difficult. It's a real pain in the ass. I'll tell you right now, it really is. So what's going on is this. I was in the auto zone picking up the parts, and I'm looking at the key. I'm like, well, this isn't going to work. Like, what the heck? I'm like, there's no way this tool can get the job done. I mean, not this tool. Sorry, this freaking part can work. It just can't work. So, regardless, no video tonight. Sorry. I'm going to tell you why, though, in a minute. I'm just trying to get myself parked so I can be somewhere so I can actually relax in the parking lot and explain to you what I just figured out and how I just saved myself a lot of trouble. That could have been bad. So essentially, this is what was going on. I had a customer call earlier. They wanted, I don't know if this thing's working right now. Customer called earlier. They wanted me to come out and put a key lock cylinder, into their vehicle. Sorry, I'm really trying to get this steadied. And so I was going to come out and get it done. No issues, right? I'm fine with doing that. And I can program it on the Hondas. Good to go. In this particular situation, though, I cannot do it. You know why? I wasn't really thinking about it earlier, but you can't. So he has one key. And once I got to thinking about it also, I have a short on this channel in a video already on a Honda. It's not the key lock cylinder, guys, that goes bad. So keep that in mind. If it's not your key lock cylinder, what else could it be? Probably your key. So guys, send me a couple pictures of the key itself. Sure enough, they're filed down. What happens is they have like kind of a washer type deal inside of these tumblers, and if the washers themselves, they fall apart, not as bad as the keys get smooth. So let me show you if I have a key right here, and y'all can see it. I don't have one along to show you, but the keys, if they get smoothed out, right? So if the key's cut and it's smoothed out on the ends, you can't turn it. And I have a video already on that. So when he sent me the images of the key, I'm like, that's the problem. Not to mention, try to guess. I want y'all to try to guess on here. What's up? Sorry, I can't really see. Give me glasses on. That may be helpful. How you doing, man? Let's see. Yeah, so what I was trying to say, but what's up? Yay. Yeah, that's how you doing, man. So I'm just talking about this key immobilizer situation. And I almost went down there like a fool. And I would have been out back. So, greetings, man. Greetings. From the States, actually. So you can't, even if you replace the transponder, if you use one key, even if you can program it, and I replace the lock cylinder, you can't get it to work. It's not going to work. So there is a video and a short I have on my channel of these lock cylinders and how they work, etc., right? And I actually did an edit in a couple shorts maybe on this video, on this particular topic. So they start to get hung. You have to wiggle and jiggle the keys to make them work. Well, guess what? If the key's just hung now, I don't know if it is or not. I have to go down and diagnose it first. So on my video on my channel, you can see me giving it a few whacks with the back of the flashlight, the heavy-duty flashlight. When you smack it like that, it frees up the tumbler, or not the tumbler, but the washers inside, and helps them all level out. So here's two options. I can replace the key lock if he wants. That's not going to help fix the issue. Or he can get the other key that hopefully is not as worn. It should go in. It should work. Now, if it doesn't work, then that's just how it is. So I called him up and let him know, because I don't want to go down there until I let you know. I want to let you know, hey, I can't come down. It's not going to work, instead of just showing up, drilling out everything, and then screwing up everything. So that's the last thing I want to do, right? How's it out there in Morocco? It just snowed out here, by the way. It's freezing cold right now. So yeah, that too. I don't want to go there in the freezing cold and fool with this. So regardless, no cool, crazy live stream tonight, but I at least wanted to drop in an update because I had my whole day planned around this, and now it just went to shit on me. So anyway, I figured I'd do a live stream real quick. What I may do too is I'm probably gonna have to do it members only because I've decided to do this a different way on the live stream, guys. I hope it makes sense why I'm doing this, not because I care about it, because I don't want to be related to, my vlog section. I don't want to be related to the mechanic stuff. It can mess things up. So y'all, I may do it for like, 25 cents, whatever the cheapest thing they'll let me do it for, just so it's technically speaking in a different category. Because believe me, if I do that, it's not going to, it's not going to work out for YouTube. They're not going to let me do it. Trust me. Hello, I'm from, hello, Otis. I am from the States. Where's everybody from on here? What's everybody up to? I have, it's cold here where I'm at. It's about, let's see, it's about 32 degrees today. I feel it's colder though. I think, past few days, it was like 16 degrees. I went out and worked on a F450 the other night. So back to where I was at. So anyway, what helped me figure this out is when I got the key in my hand, I looked at it, got the lock cylinder, and actually I've even got the papers. I even got the papers and everything ready to rock. So let me show you. I actually show you the paperwork. Sometimes it's better if I show you guys the paperwork. I think it's more helpful. I really do. Right here's everything we got, right? Right here. All right, y'all can see, right? Check it out. Okay, if you take a look at this stuff, I'm going to flip you around. So I'm going to show you what I actually have here. Okay. One second. All right, so let me show you right here. Right here is how the immobilizer system works. Now, if you have a Honda, you may want to take a screenshot if you work on cars. You're getting some free stuff here. Vehicle is equipped with an immobilizer system that will disable the vehicle unless the proper ignition key is used. The system consists of a transponder located in the ignition key and immobilizer receiver unit, an indicator light, and the ECM PCM. So the vehicle has two kinds of keys. The black master key for ignition switch, door locks, trunk hatch, and glove locks, and the gray valet key for ignition switch and door locks, right? You see the difference there? And so when the key is inserted into the ignition switch and turned into the second position, the immobilizer receiver unit sends power to the transponder in the ignition. The transponder then sends a coded signal back from the immobilizer receiver unit to the ECM PCM. So technically it says, hey, you're okay to start the vehicle, right? Does that make sense? So the immobilizer system can store up to 6 key codes, which I've programmed before on a Honda Fit. Similar year, and it's not hard to program with the Autel IM608 Pro 2 scan tool. You can do it, no problem. I wanted to be able to show you guys that. Unfortunately, I don't get to, but I usually just want to clarify why. So the immobilizer system can store up to 6 codes. Yeah, I know. That's why I've got it right here, baby. That's why I put it on here for you. So even though I can't, thank you, man. If you're from Russia, I bet I do. If you're from Russia, I bet I do have an interesting accent. And the master answer. Yeah, great. This is great information here, just so you know. That's why I'm reading it out anyway. Since I took the time to do it, might as well read it, right? I printed out all this stuff. I might as well read it to you. So the immobilizer, okay, anyway, if it's necessary to rewrite the ECM PCM to learn a new key, the dealer needs the customer's vehicle, all of its master keys, and the valet key, and the Honda PGM tester equipped with the immobilizer programmed card. And a key that is not learned during rewriting will no longer start the engine. So I've done this before. I'm going to explain it to you in layman's terms here in a minute. The customer has lost his key and cannot start the engine. Contact Honda Customer Relations. Well, you don't have to do this. I'm going to show you why. So this is how it goes. Right there. Ignition key, key cylinder, immobilizer receiver unit right up top. So you can actually take the key right up there if you want to bypass, right? And there's a way to bypass. There really is. And then the ECM, PCM, and fuel supply. So it cuts the fuel is what it does. It will cut the fuel. I've actually had this happen. So let me explain to you. I worked on a Honda Fit before. And I was working on it and the computer went out. Long story. Computer didn't work when I got done working on it. So I got it from another tech. Had a problem, So I was like, why? All I did was push. I took my hand down here. I pushed it real hard like up on the relay system. Sorry, up on the relays like this as hard as I could down here like that. When I did that, it somehow messed up the computer. You know, it was probably already fried. When I smelt it, it smelled burnt up. So what I had to do was I actually had to replace the whole unit that's down there by your left foot. Pull it out, replace it. When I replaced that, the new unit did not understand the old keys. So I had no keys. So with my Altel IM608 Pro 2, I was able to take both of those, reprogram it, and rewrite everything, and it worked great. No problems at all. It worked perfect, but it only took me about 15 minutes to program 2 keys. Now, if you don't have all the keys with you and you start reprogramming, it's not going to know the keys. So think about it like this. If I replace the lock cylinder here, right there, if I replace it, the middle piece, let me show you. If I replace this little center piece right there, you know, so I take that out and replace it. If I don't have a functioning learning key, there's no point. And, you know, I can't stick the old key in because it's not going to fit. That makes sense? So that's where I figured out it's no point in doing this. We're not going to be able to get it done. So let me finish showing you what I got right here. So I called him and said, hey, look, you have 2 options. You can bypass the immobilizer. I can tape up. So basically what you can do is you can tape one of the older keys up here. Here's only got 1 key. Or you can take the back piece off and put 1 key up there. So anyway, this goes on to say more. The proper key has been used. The immobilizer indicator light will come off on about 2 seconds and go off. If the wrong key has been used, the code was not received or recognized, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so this is what it shows. The different issues here. I'm going to let y'all view these since I printed them up and wasted a bunch of paper. Right here, though, you'll have like a green key icon that flashes. Kind of looks like this color green, but it's right up here. You know, flash, flash, flash. And that means you don't have the right key, right? So there you go. And also I have basically how you would do the job, right, as well. So anyway, this is just some more stuff I got. So it just says key in reminder system. Ignition key switch test. So when the ignition key is not removed, the key in reminder in the integrated control unit senses ground through the closed ignition switch. And this is why I'm thinking you may not be able to use a certain bypass on this vehicle right here because of this. So with the ground at the LT blue and the blue terminals, the beeper sounds. So remove the dashboard, lower cover, and knee build. It says disconnect the 7P connector from the main wire. It's right here. So you can get a better view of that. So you're working on a key on a Honda. This is all good information for you, so I'm letting you see it. I mean, might as well. I pay for this stuff a lot of money. So I might as well. They just upped my bill too, so you know, go ahead and view it at your loving and liking. Oh man, he's upped me $300. I gotta call them later and talk to him about that craziness. View from wire side, you can see. Check for continuity. Key inserted. That's what happens up here. Open the door, remove the screw, then pull out the door switch. Connect the 1P connectors from the switch. Right here is just showing you. I think you can actually maybe turn that off, possibly. I don't know. Check for continuity between the positive terminals. So this is just something. It doesn't really tell you a lot, but this is what I want to show you. So this is what I was planning on doing tonight right here, if you look. Check the interlock system here too as well. Remove the dashboard, lower cover, remove the knee bolster, disconnect 7P, main wire. It's just telling you all this stuff here. And this is how you can also parking pin switch test. So it shows you different tests you can do. Remove the front console, disconnect the parking pin, switch 3P connector from the main harness. Check for continuity between the terminals in each. And right here, view from the terminal side, push button, you can see the parking pin switch. If necessary, remove the self-locking nut and the parking pin switch. And let me tell you something too, a lot of Hondas, people don't know, this area right here is where your fuel pump wire runs. So I was able to check the fuel pump wire. The last time I had a immobilizer go out on me on a Honda, I was actually able to take the fuel pump. I took the cover off right there down where I showed you on the image. Pull the cover off right by the gear shifter lever, pull the cover off, and you can actually pop it up, and right there's your fuel wire. It's an orange wire usually on these Hondas that run back to the fuel pump. So I could actually take my probe, feed it gas, and I could keep the car running. So It's kind of crazy. I know I fed it power and the car would run. This isn't, well, I think I fed it ground, actually. One of the two, I can't remember. But, yeah, actually, it's on one of my videos or streams. I'm not sure. But let me show you this right here. This is the last of it, and then I'm going to rock and roll. Sorry, I didn't have a video for you guys tonight. Either way, I was going to. I tried. Removing the steering column covers. I just told you to take it off. Disconnect the 5P and 7P connectors. You can see right here, it's a lot of stuff to do for the immobilizer receiver unit replacement. Now, when they sell the new key, the one at CarQuest is like $700, $800. It's crazy. But it comes with the entire new connectors, the screws, and all that good stuff. It really does. Right here is the key cylinder. This is all I needed to replace right here earlier. But they don't even have it. Maybe could have got it at the advanced starter parts. But you can see right there. That guy right there. You basically have to just drill them out of there, and that you can replace just this lock cylinder right there is all. And then it says remove the screws and the immobilizer receiver unit from the ignition key cylinder. Install reverse order of removal. After replacement, check the immobilizer system just to make sure it's working properly. Right now, what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. So right there. That's on the back, and here's my last sheet. This is what you actually have to do to take to remove the actual, say the best for last, right? So steering lock replacement. That's what I was hoping to do. So right here, steering lock replacement. SRS components are located in this area. Just, basically, don't touch that stuff. If it's yellow, don't touch it. It's not going to hurt you, though. Trust me. But make sure you have the battery unplugged before performing repairs or service. Okay. The original radio has a coded theft protection circuit. Be sure to get the customer's code number before disconnecting the battery. That's just for your radio, okay? Everybody knows that. I hope you do. It should be in your, fuse box or whatnot. It says removing the number 47, 7.5 amp fuse from the under hood fuse relay box. Removing the radio after service, reconnect power to the radio. Anyway, we're not doing the radio. Disconnect the negative cable from the battery. Remove the dashboard lower cover and knee boister. Disconnect the 5P connector from the under dash fuse relay box. Remove the steering column covers. Remove the column. Oh, now you can see everything you got to do. It's just kind of overkill, right? That's where the piece clamps on. You can see everything. When they on the piece they have, they make all the tray here. She says it all right on there. Pretty easy, straightforward stuff. And right here, lower the steering column assembly. Center punch, which you take a punch and you just take a hammer and you want to take a few little whacks and put a center punch, right? And each of the two, I thought this was really interesting earlier. 2 shear bolts. And drill their heads off with a 5mm, 3/16 inch drill bit. Caution, do not damage the switch body when removing the shear bolts. So they call it shear bolts. Let me show you what they do. Right here. Remove the shear mesh. I can do this. Y'all can actually see it better. It's getting blurry. Remove the shear bolts from the switch body. Install the new ignition switch without the key and inserted. So make sure it's installed without the key inserted. Okay, very important. Number 10, tighten the new shear bolts. Number 11, insert the ignition key and check for proper operation of the steering wheel lock and the ignition key turns freely. Tighten the shear bolts and the hex heads twist off. Bolts until the hex heads twist off, right? So it's kind of crazy. Tighten until the hex heads twist right off of there. Pretty interesting. I've never actually, so the twist off right here. So these new bolts twist right off of there and snap off, I guess. So that's why you have to drill them out. Because when you install this stuff, they're made so they do that. So I'm not sure if everybody understands. The reason they do that is so people can't steal your car. And it's kind of smart in a way, but kind of annoying. So now you can't get your car fixed easy. But if the heads shear off, you can't take them out. That's why you got to drill them out. So in case you ever wonder why you see a mechanic up underneath your vehicle with the drill, that's why. Because they're actually trying to get those bolts, the shear bolts off. That's kind of cool stuff. I just thought this was interesting. I printed off all this paper, wasting half my night doing this for nothing. But this is what happens. It's better than going down there, installing everything, not being able to fix it. And the thing that tipped me off is when I got it, I could tell right away it was not for the correct vehicle. It was for a GMC. You could tell by the shape of the keys. So either way, that was a wrap, and luckily I didn't drop the ball there because that could have been easily screwed up, guys. But I appreciate everybody stopped in, and I'm sorry I didn't have a live stream tonight for you. Got one tomorrow probably, I'm sure. I just posted a little short. Make sure you check that out. If you want any tips, you're looking for a car that you're in particular wanting to have a video done on live, let me know. Because I do all kinds of crazy stuff. I know right now, I'm saying bad people to AutoZone, just chilling in the parking lot. Right now I have on the books ready to go. Sorry. I have coming up, I have Kia, I think. I have I got a bunch of cars. I'm trying to think of the order. I got a lot of vehicles. So if you got a particular vehicle you want to see it on, see a stream on a particular item you want to know, it's probably on my channel already. I've got close to 1,000 videos and streams, probably at least 500 live streams by now. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe, ring that bell. You don't want to miss the next live stream when you actually see me working. I think that's probably where things really get interesting. You gotta think about it like this, guys. This is not just like anybody can sit here, right, and loosen up a bunch of bolts before they start editing a video. Yeah, it's really easy to do. But right now, I mean, you can't just fast forward through it. I guess some people do have commercials. I forget about that. Sorry, it's kind of annoying maybe, but hey, I like to see, and I don't know about other people. This is why I started doing live streams. I like to see people actually working on the car. I want to see what the struggle is. I want to see what they're having trouble with. I want to see if I'm the only one having trouble with this. You know, why can't I get this to do right? When I was younger, I was playing around with cars. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Because, you know, I'm sitting here one day and I'm beating on this axle for like 2 days. I'm like, what the? It won't come out, you know? And then I'm watching a video on YouTube and a guy gets underneath the car. He's like, whack, you snack it out. I'm like, there's no way that comes out that easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have been hitting this for like a year. So, not only during my live streams is you get to see what the struggles are, what I can't get loose, what you have to do sometimes. You get to see all the inside stuff for mobile mechanic world, which is totally different. So, you know, I do edits with my live streams as well. So I try to give you the best of both worlds. You know, I do some fun shorts, but you know, overall, I like it. I think overall, some people enjoy it. If it sucks, you can tell me it sucks. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. But you know, I think if you have watched some of my videos and you get ready to do your job, I think you understand, like, that might have just helped save me a lot of money right there, because I really had a hard struggle with that video. I mean, with that part right there, you know, and that's kind of cool because it helps people out. And the main thing is this: not everything is easy as it's going to be. You can watch any YouTube video you want. Somebody gets in there and just smacks the little tool off or whatever. I got a funny comment on one of my other videos. I just responded a second ago before I went live. He was like, start doing edits. And I agree, I should do some more edits. And I have been, if you've looked. I actually take my live streams and edit them down. So, but it was hilarious. He was like, he's like, I did watch you throw stuff, enjoy watching you throw stuff around for the first 3 minutes. And you know what? That's part of it. You have to get stuff out of the way and get cleaned up. If I had everything laid out, everything's ready to rock, make life super easy, what would be the point? You know? It's not. You don't really learn a lot. So you basically get to see all the tools I use, get to learn everything. Well, stay tuned for the vlog. It's coming up here very soon. I'll be honest, I'm a little hesitant on doing it, but it's going to be kind of real. The first one, I'm going to keep it PG-13. Then we're moving right up to, you know, I'm going to have to do a little bit of research prior to doing any of this. I have to see what the monetization rules are with YouTube, of course, before I do anything too crazy. But, yeah. If you want to hear a story about my life, that's what it's going to be about, essentially. And it's definitely going to be borderline YouTube material. So I don't know how hard you can go on here, but I have to be careful with this. So anyway, I'm in the process trying to fix my channel up. Sorry, like I said, for all the crazy playlists and everything, but I'm working on it. You know, I'm too busy to get it done with so much, but I can still get a a lot of it moving forward, which I've been doing, and I've been working on it piece at a time. So I'm going to try to actually talk to someone to get a little bit of help possibly, but at the end of the day, if you like seeing real content and you want to know more about my life and growing up with read the description, and like I said, I don't need to say too much right now. I'll let you guys figure all that out on your own. But yeah, it's going to be, I think, something that you might find interesting and pretty complicated, but pretty crazy too. Not to mention you get to learn a lot. But either way, I appreciate everybody checking in. Sorry, no video. Once again, I'm going to take off. And as always, I'll see you next time. All right. Peace. Any questions before I go?